यस शाश्वत, आप उधर हैं जुड़े हुए?
Yes, yes, we are here. Shashwat, can you hear us? Can you
Hello.
hear some
Hey guys,
conversation?
hi. I can barely hear, but um, uh, is my voice audible now?
Yes, yes, your voice is audible. So we are live now. We are
Mm-hmm.
live on the YouTube link also.
Okay.
So we have Jawan Navodaya Vidyalaya with us also, and I can see their team. Lohit, are you there as well? So we can get started. I think we
Okay.
can. Just give me.
Yes.
Lohit, we can get started, na?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. Let's start.
Hey guys,
So
hi.
Lohit,
Hi everyone. Hi dear students. Hi Tarzan sir. So there's a and we have very eminent speakers all the way from US. We have Shashwath Vijay who worked as a software engineer at Cisco and currently is in St. Joe's, California states, USA. And he has been in the electronic and computer networking space since more than 10 years now. And he has been in telecommunication from BMS Bangalore. Also, he has experience working at Ericsson Bangalore. And currently, he is working for Nutanix as member of technical staff in San Francisco, United States. So very well, heartily welcome Shashwat for taking some time and addressing our students from Jawahar Navodaya Tonk MP. And we have one more eminent speaker with us, the founder of Naksha, and is one of the dearest person in my friends list. So we've been working for more than 5 years now, and I know very closely Nimish, and he's the founder of Career Naksha, and being very close to education system, close to students, working towards transforming their life. Been in the technical field and worked in many corporate companies. Then he started. Uh, Founded Career Naksha, towards transforming young minds, bringing all the technologies and into the education system. So very warm welcome, Nimish, for being here and taking some time, even in your busy schedule, to address our dear students. Yeah. Uh,
thank you so much,
so
Lohit.
I think we have students and we are live. We can.
Great, that's good. So, Shashwat, you can start with, your journey from India to US and your schooling in India and how it shaped up your decision to go to US, and then, what are you doing currently?
Sure. Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me here. Thanks, Nimish and Lohit. It's a privilege for me to be here, and I see a lot of motivated students present in the university and in the school. I can start from where it all started. Right, I did my schooling in Kendriya Vidyalaya in many schools across India. So I went to like five Kendriya Vidyalayas in India, and after my 12th standard, I did my 10th standard, and I chose PCMC, which is physics, chemistry, maths, and computer science. And I took that, and once my 12th standard was done, I gave entrance exams in the lights of Comet K, CET. These are from Karnataka. And I also did. I also gave my IIT entrance exam, the JEE. So ultimately, I went to a school. I went to a college called BMS College of Engineering in Bangalore, and I did my electronics and telecommunications in there. I did my bachelor's. So so this particular undergrad really gave me uh, the inspiration for me to be in the field of computer networks, wherein a lot of knowledge in terms of how internet works, how packets are exchanged between devices, how the data that you are streaming even right now is going through the internet. This was really fascinating for me to understand the basics of it, and also help me to think what can be done in this field, where there's a lot of scope for us to improve, wherein we can push a lot of data into this bandwidth of communication, and also see how effective the cybersecurity space can be, so that if there is any infiltrations, or if there is any hacking that can happen, we try to avoid that. So all these kind of solutions was running in my mind. I really wanted to be in this space. And so 4 years happened in Bangalore, in this college, BMS college. And I gave a number of placements, and Ericsson was one of my companies that I chose to step into my professional career, where I was in the optical networking segment of the Ericsson. I did a lot of IP programming into how you can transmit data into this optical networking across the world. Once I finished that, like I did my I completed 1 year of my career in Ericsson. That's when I thought I should definitely study more into this space. So I did my research, and I really wanted to do a master's. I think we got disconnected, right? Not sure if they're still
No,
connected.
you can go ahead. Go ahead. They are
Okay,
live from the YouTube, so
got
not
it.
on the stream. Yeah, on this. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So basically, I really wanted to do something better in terms of getting education further, and making sure that I have enough knowledge for me to advance in my career. That's when I thought I should do masters. And after doing some research in terms of where I should do my masters, I was thinking if I should do it in India in some premium colleges, or should I go abroad and get my professional degree in this particular space. And that's when I came across University of Southern California, where they were providing numerous courses in this device, which was fascinating for me. And these coursework work was definitely was going to help in terms of how I can advance in this particular space of network and security. So I gave my GRE. GRE is one of the gateway for you to go abroad and choose university. And so with the score that you have, with the proper educational background, with some professional um, um, experience, and also giving TOEFL, wherein they see your English proficiency. With these kind of combinations, you can apply to numerous colleges in US or in any other country. But yes, US is one where they accept the GRE and TOEFL scores. So that's where I began my journey in applying for these universities. That's when I got a offer from a few universities, but I chose USC, wherein it was one of the premium colleges for us to pursue, and which guaranteed a very good educational um, journey, as well as good scope and in getting proper jobs with the proper help of the alumni. So USA alumni was really great, wherein they can help you to they can connect to different companies who are also doing the same, who are in the same space, right? So I did my master's in University of Southern California, and once I completed my education uh, through completing different courseworks, internship, different projects that you need to do for us to complete every credits that's needed to be fulfilled. Also doing some on-premise jobs, which is essentially for us to get some exposure in terms of finances or in terms of infiltrating into the whole system. So that's when 2.5 2 years of a master's completed, and I started giving interviews across different companies for me to get a professional career again. That's when Cisco happened. I joined Cisco. I worked in the routing and networking space, routing and forwarding, basically um, uh, into the layer 3 and layer 4 of networking, wherein they have core routers which are placed in their networks, and customers like different internet providers use Cisco's networking for forwarding and routing the data. So I did it for 5 years, and then I was looking for something to do in security. That's when Nutanix happened. I joined Nutanix, and I'm in the security product, wherein we secure the data center and on-premise virtual machines by securing them through layer 1 across layer 7. So yeah, currently I'm working in this particular company, and it's been like 2 years, and it's been great. A lot of my skills that I have secured through my professional and educational background has really helped me to secure this job, and I'm happy to be contributing in this space.
So Shashwat, there is one, students who are watching us, particularly Navodaya students. They live in the campus, they study, they eat together,
Mm.
they do projects together.
Mhm.
It's like a live campus. So, what do you want to suggest them? How should they study science and maths, which is the fundamentals of any electronics or any software industry? So if
Mm.
you can suggest some tips to the students who are in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th,
Mm.
and they are studying at Navodaya Vidyalaya.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point that you brought up. So basically, the sixth standard to 10 through 10 standard, and then plus two, right? I mean, this is a very essential part of any student's life, wherein they're trying to explore what type of skills they need and what they are good at, right? So having an exposure to all the subjects that they are getting is very essential. That's when they'll know that which space they can get into. For example, if someone is good at physics or into science, wherein they try to understand, they're able to understand the basics and fundamentals of chemistry or physics or even biology, for that matter. uh, if they're able to understand and trying to relate it into their own lives, right? And how they can think beyond what is there in the books, that is going to help them to grow in their career. They can apply whatever they have understood and do more than what they are trying to understand, right? It's very important for them to apply that in their own lives. So if they're able to do that, if they're able to relate to what they're studying, not just theoretical, right? I mean, you have everything in books, you can mug up all the concepts and everything for the sake of exams, but that's not important. Exams are there for us to definitely crack well. So that talks about how proficient you are and how you were able to cope up in your education. But I would always believe that not just giving exams, you're studying for not just giving exams, but actually understanding the basic fundamentals so that you can apply that in your daily personal
Perfect.
and professional lives. And that is very important, and that only comes when you ask questions when you don't understand something, from your teachers, from your friends who have understood those concepts, and these are really important for them to understand the basics, right?
So I
So
think
this is
three
one
important
thing I
points.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think three important points you brought up. One,
Hmm.
student should do application based learning. They should be
Yes.
practically more, inclined. So practicals, application is very important, students.
Yes.
Second, students, you should not just think about exams and, mugging up and उसको रटना नहीं चाहिए हमें, राइट? इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि उसको
Hmm.
समझें, फंडामेंटली कॉन्सेप्ट्स को समझें.
Exactly.
We should learn the fundamentals and understand the concept. And third important thing, which Shashwat has brought, always ask questions from your teachers, from your guru, from your principal, from your all the elderly people around you. It will help
And
you
most
clear your
importantly,
doubt.
you should ask yourself, like, is this what is needed from this, right? Ask yourself if what you understood is correct, right? So obviously you have to bring this up with your your professional team, which is your teachers, right? Who are well educated in this space. They would definitely help you out in understanding these. That is very important, instead of just skipping or studying for the sake of exam. This is really important for anyone in their student life, especially in the higher education. Yeah.
Great, great. So, students are always, also thinking about how should they spend their day, what they should do,
Hmm.
and how can they prepare themselves for future, particularly future technologies, AI,
Hmm.
machine learning, then computer science, and also robotics and such futuristic technology. So, what would
Hmm.
you suggest them as they should start learning, where they should focus their energy, and how should they prepare themselves for the future?
Hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting question that you asked. So, the school gives you a curriculum which is excellent. Obviously, you should complete that. But there's always beyond, something that's being offered to you. So you should understand what is that something, right? I mean, every student should just not just be confined to the books that they have been given in the school, but they should explore more, right? What is going on in the current world? What are the different technologies that's coming up? Of course, you should understand what has been transpired till now over the years. Like in last 20 years, things have had a rapid growth, right? Until 1995 we didn't have internet, but once internet happened, there are so many things that has transpired. For example, your use of phones came in, handheld mobiles came in, then internet came. Because of internet, different devices started communicating with each other, where you had to send a letter to someone special across the globe, which took like 10-15 days. Now it's happening in matter of seconds. So that was an advancement in the first half of the 2000 era, right? So like that, now you see how rapidly things have gone by, right? Um, so things keep moving rapidly. It is an era of AI and machine learning. We hear these words a lot, but what does that really mean, right? You should understand, you should go beyond the books that is being offered to you. There is internet for a reason. You should go read different blogs written by different people who are in different spaces, right? If you're very interested not only in technology, you must be interested in commerce, right? Commerce is a space where you should read a lot of journals, finance blogs, different articles that's happening across the nation or in the world, right, in the world of economy. So it's always important for you to look for these kind of things, not just what you're studying in books. Of course, that is the first priority, because that gives you a knowledge to go to the next step, right? Without that, all the other things doesn't really matter. Everything else will just go beyond your head. So prioritizing what is being taught in the school is really important, and go beyond what is taught in the school. Look for a talk to your seniors who are, you have what they have more experience than you, what they are learning. It's always good to talk to people who have more experience. Ask your teachers about giving more pointers to not just whatever is covered in the books that you have. If you want to read more about it, ask your teachers to give more pointers to it, so that you can get a sense of that, right, even more. And as Nimish said, practically you need to also try to understand every concept that you have gone through, right? So that that'll imbibe in your brain. You'll never forget what you have gone through, right? Otherwise, just reading and forgetting can really happen. It happens to everyone. But if you have practically seen something working, that will etch in your brain forever. So these are my advices. I think these are really important for a student who is in this particular stage in his life. So yeah, yeah.
Students who are in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th,
Mm,
particularly in the later stages of their schooling in
mm,
school, they are always confused also. They
mm,
want to go for higher education, for bachelor's degree,
mm,
and college and university. So
mm,
how should they start thinking about
mm,
going towards college, university after 12th? What should they prepare in India? What are the options in
mm,
abroad, US? Can
mm,
students go from Navodaya Vidyalaya uh,
mm,
11th, 12th, and they can go for bachelor's in US also? Is there an option? What
mm.
are your thoughts, and how can they prepare themselves?
Oh yeah, definitely. So for every student, right? I mean, they should understand what they are good at, right? Not just that, they should also see um, what is the scope in doing something that they are good at, right? Everyone wants to excel in their lives. There is a lot of opportunities and doors opened for every path or every profession that they would take. It's always important to understand if you're good at something, can you transform that into a career, right? Let's say you're good at problem solving abilities are really important into any industry that you will be going into, right? Because that is what is going to keep you motivated, and also solve different problems in a particular industry, right? For example, let's take computer science, right? Computer science is a space wherein there are a lot of um, applications that you see around, right? But for us to always keep improving, you need to understand the whole system. You should understand how an application is built, and how a particular application is being used to solve a problem. Now, if you have that kind of a knowledge, you can always find ways to understand different aspects of it, so that you can always keep looking ahead, right? That will definitely make something a big difference in your life, right? A big difference in your life and everyone's life. And you have that satisfaction that you have solved something big. So now, coming to your point, wherein what can he or she can do for us to get to that position, right? So again, you should understand, first of all, you should be really good at what you're studying, right? You should have your basics clear. You should see what kind of entrance exams are needed for us to go to the next level. A lot of entrance exams are in a nation, in countries wide, statewide. These are the gateways for you to select universities. And not only that, it all depends. Your entrance exams also depend on what kind of branches that you can take in terms of engineering. Do you want to go into medical? Medicine has a lot of different branches that you can specialize at. So it's all about what you are interested in and what potential you have, right? It's not about herd thinking, right? If your seniors have gone into a particular stream like engineering, it doesn't mean that even you have to do that. Because you might not be good at that, but you are good at something else. It's important for you to understand what you are good at, and you should strive for that. So herd mentality works in a good way, but not the best way. It's always important for you to talk to people, get some career advices, like what Nimish is doing, what he's good at, right? You should always get some advice from your teachers, from career advisors, with your seniors, and also internet and different blogs can also drive you to pursue what you're good at, right? And you can create a, a document or something that that you like, right? With your skills that you can match with. So with all these points, you can definitely look into what you are going to do. So coming to doing bachelor's in abroad, right? Of course you have an option of doing that. Obviously you should think about how you can cover yourselves for doing 4 years of bachelor's abroad, right? It's not about just getting an admission into a college. Of course you can do that, but you should also be secured with the finances that you have to that you are getting into. Always look for colleges which offer any scholarship. For that, you should have a good percentage in your current examinations that you are going for. And also not just writing exams, right? You should do something uh, that is different from others. It should stand out by doing some project works that of yourself, right? You can take out some time of your day and think about doing some projects work. A lot of materials are there out there in the internet that you can use to build up some product, some tool that can help something that you have solved, some problem that is prevailing in the society. So all these matters make yourself stand out from others. These really help in achieving your goals. Yeah.
Great. So, Shashwat, one of the things that I've
Mhm.
noticed, particularly in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya
Mhm.
students, like they have aspirations. They want to, become something. They want to get good career. They want to be the best engineer, best doctor, best teacher, best, right? So, in that particular race, sometimes they are, you know they do not get the right mentorship, or they do not get the support. So how can they become self reliant, and how can they become self motivated? So what are your tips if a student wants to get self motivated and self
Mhm.
reliant, so that they can achieve their dreams and not just be dependent on the surroundings, environment, or school, but they themselves can take the ownership? So what are your thoughts? You come from Kendriya Vidyalaya,
Hmm.
students are Navodaya Vidyalaya students. So what do you think, what should be the self motivating factors for the student?
Well, motivation factor. See, as I already told you, right? There's a lot of materials out there. It's not about just being in the confined space you're at. Obviously, your first uh, pointer or first person that you should talk to is your teachers, right? Because those are the people who you can trust, right? First of all. But having said that, uh, there is more to it, right? I mean, you should always get a career advice in understanding, like, like what you guys are doing, right? You guys are giving all the things that a student needs, right? To figure out what he is good at, what are the different options he has in his life, matching his skills to that. So this is something that is really important for anyone in their lives, right? um, that can be done only if they have a right person to uh, you know um, do this. So I would say, uh, definitely your teachers, uh, then get professional advices, get professional advices from your mentors. Always choose a mentor who can be guided. Your seniors can be your mentors. Someone from outside of your school can be a mentor. Try to speak to alumni of the same school, because I heard that JNU has a huge alumni network, and I'm sure everyone out there would like to advise to the students who are upcoming, right? And it's not difficult to find contacts, right? I mean, uh, LinkedIn is a platform where you can find people. I'm sure everyone has heard of LinkedIn, wherein you can find people with different backgrounds. You can filter them by their educational backgrounds. I'm pretty sure a lot of alumni network that is being coming out of this particular school will definitely is going to help them in mentoring, right? Mentoring is very important, especially at early stage of their lives, because that will set a path in their career. Try to find a mentor. Mentor is really important. As I said, a mentor can be anywhere, in the school, outside of the school. Alumni platforms like Career Naksha can provide you mentorship. So anyone from your family who has achieved a good sense of success, you can ask them to mentor you. Your parents can always help you to find someone who can mentor. So yeah, there's a lot of options. But the only problem is yourself, right? You should not stop from getting this mentorship, right? You should come out of your self shyness, or I would say, whatever that is stopping you from going out there in reaching out people. I think you should try to do that through internet, through any network that is possible. Uh, this is something that will transform your life by choosing the right career, right path, and right professional um, career in their lives. Yeah.
Great, great. So thank you, Shashwat,
Mhm.
on that. So one last question. So students who are, they students want to know
Mhm.
about future technologies. They want to also know about
Mhm.
what you do in particular daily. Right? You work with networks. You work with communication. You work with internet. You work with so many different devices. So
Right.
how can they look around in the entire Navodaya Vidyalaya school itself?
Mhm.
What are those
Mhm.
gadgets? What are those examples? How
Mhm.
can they, look at that technology in live as an example with your, view from US? You are in US. You are sitting in, one of the largest and the most, powerful country in the world. So if students want to become and achieve success
Mhm.
and want to train on technology, so what examples around they can look at, what devices, what gadgets they can look at and prepare themselves for that future technology?
Okay, yeah, sure. So I can only speak of from the technology that I come in, right? I mean, obviously there are n number of uh, careers that they can get into, but I can speak for myself. Wherein, so I worked in the industry where I work on a lot of platforms, infrastructure, especially data centers, right? So centers are it's a place where there are a lot of servers that are being placed, a lot of networking devices are being placed, a lot of computing happens. uh, I'm sure students have heard about AWS, Azure Cloud. All these are nothing but applications that are run in cloud. What is a cloud? Cloud is nothing but an infrastructure with compute power, memory, and networking, right? So if you want to run something, let's say you're running an application in the internet, and you want some server that uses your application to accept different requests from a customer, like students or anyone. How does that happen? Like a banking application, all these are being run somewhere, right? And these are nothing but some server farms that is being run in AWS or Azure, or in their own on premise, right? So I work in this particular uh, place wherein we think of how to secure these kind of applications, right? There are different virtual machines that is being spawned. Machines are nothing but it's just another operating system, like how you use Windows operating systems or a Mac OS. Virtual machines also run these kind of applications to run different tools or applications or a software servers, right? These are the ones that runs them. So in order for us to execute these, you need to understand how a particular application runs, right? So you should understand, first of all, you should understand how a particular program runs on a particular platform. It's important how a particular source code is being generated. Source code is the one that is being written by different engineers like myself, wherein you write different programming language through the help of languages. You instruct a particular device to do to perform some tasks, right? Like running a banking application, how a particular request that is coming from a customer, you're using that request for you to create an account and to do transfer of money, and how you can help the customers to have it more available. Different computing, because there are gazillions of requests that's coming in. How are you going to solve the problem of having so many API connections that is being made? How will you solve compute power? How will you solve space constraints? So you work on these kind of challenges in building up this whole infrastructure. And not only that, how you secure from infiltrations from any hacker that can attack these kind of systems, right? So you write different programming through the help of programming languages. You write different applications, different coding software, so that you secure these devices, right? So it can be at any level. It can be at a layer one in physical layer, in networking layer, or in the application layer. So you can secure at any different stages. And as a student, right, you can always inspect any websites that they are using, to see how a particular website is being how a particular website works, right? It's You can look for the source code that this particular website is running. You can look at the networking analytics that it shows, like what are the different API requests that is being made, what is the throughput, how are the performance being done. So different technologies, right, that you can go through it. And this is something that anyone can do. You can open a website, you can inspect that particular website, and you can go through all these different skills that you can develop through that, right? And out there are a lot of coding courses that you can avail. You can start coding from by developing a very small application that can do certain work, right? um, you can start from there, right? Yeah. So all these for learning a coding, you should be good at data structures, algorithms. You should understand problem solving abilities. Mathematics plays a very important role here, right? So these all together will definitely help them to get a sense of what's going in the actual world, right? So I would advise them to look for these things. Yeah.
Great. So thank you, Shashwat, for enlightening with your knowledge and experiences to the students. And I'm sure students will learn a lot of new words, new keywords, new thoughts, and
Mm.
they will prepare themselves for the future technologies. So thank you once again for sharing your time, valuable insights, and I'm sure students of Navodaya Vidyalaya will get benefited from today's talk. Thank you so much, Shashwat. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Uh,
Rohit, and all the best students for your next journey in life, and for all the
Yeah, they
endeavors
are having
that you're
their
looking.
final exams currently. So all
Oh,
the
wow.
best students for your final exams, for
Yeah.
your end term exams, and hope you do well and don't stress out. There are so many different opportunities, like Mr. Shashwat mentioned. So you can also prepare for those practical skills and do well in your life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All the best. Bye bye.